Oh, hello friends, welcome to my channel Bad Decisions and Pure Awkwardness. I'm your host Elizabeth. Today I'm drinking this Chardonnay, which is actually pretty good. It's kind of sweet, but not too sweet. It is this one, Valle Vigneto. Juicy notes of white peach and pomelo, accompanied by sweet honeysuckle aromas. It's 13% alcohol. I think I got it from my last Bright Cellars box, maybe? Question mark. But it's pretty good. I like it. You can definitely smell the honeysuckle, for sure. It's delicious. Today we're going to be playing with the Solmane 2 palette from Odin's Eye. This is what it looks like. I've already done a video on it, and but I wanted to do 3 looks for you. So I know this is like an older palette by now, but I really enjoy this palette. I've used it. I think it's my most used palette of 2022. So yeah, let's just get started. Kind of gotta work quickly today because I'm supposed to be somewhere in less than half an hour. But if I'm a little late, it doesn't matter. So I'm using my Sigma primer stick in Radiance. Talked about it a good bit on my channel recently. Also, I've got you a little more zoomed in than normal. Actually, I've just got the camera a little closer than normal. So let me know how you like this angle, if it's better. I feel like before you couldn't really see what I was doing. So maybe this will help, hopefully. So let me know if you like it. I think we're gonna start with, I want to do something like blue on top, so this and this, like tealy blue on top, and then maybe blue and purple on the bottom lash line. So we're gonna start with Soft Cloud. It is a very light blue. This is just a Real Techniques brush. I don't know what kind of brush, it's just a brush. Got quite a good dent in that color, so obviously I really like that color. So I'm just putting this in the crease and just above the crease like I always do. And I'm gonna build that color up a bit. I will say this is a different eyeshadow primer that I'm used to working with, like for these shadows. So it's not super pigmented like I would like, but it is buildable, so that is good. And on camera it looks really good, so I don't know which matters more. Yeah, that looks really good. Now I'm going to take an Odin's Eye brush. There's no like name of it, it's just a fluffy brush. And I'm going to go into Neptune, this color here. And I'm going to put that in the crease and kind of about halfway into my lid. We're going to use some shimmers too. So that's what that looks like. I'm going to use my NYX glitter primer. And I just take a small amount like that and kind of rub it between 2 fingers like this. And really you don't need that much. So I'm just tapping that on my lid. I think I'm going to put that darker blue in the very outer edge, but I'm not sure yet. So I'm gonna just do about 3/4 of the way out. I'm going in with Mercury, this color right here. And I'm picking it up with an e.l.f. crease brush. It's a detail crease brush, but I like it for shimmers. And I'm just packing that on. So that it looks like this. Odin's Eye does shimmers very well. I heard a lot of like reviews, I guess, about this palette that there weren't enough dimensional shimmers, but I mean, look at that. That's so pretty. I think they're if you like super sparkly shimmers, you're gonna like these. I don't always need to have like super dimensional, like multi-chrome shadows all the time. I love those, but they're not needed all the time. These are just as beautiful. So that's what that looks like. And honestly, like, this is a 3 shadow look. You could be done right now. But I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to do all of my other makeup. And then I'm going to come back and we're going to do the lower lash line. Okay. So this is where we are with the face makeup. I used e.l.f. Primer Infused Bronzer in Forever Sunkissed, the Primer Infused Blush in Always Rosy, Ofra highlighter in Star Island. I'm just trying to use this up, literally, like I have that much left. And then the Rare Beauty soft matte lip cream in Confident. I don't know that they make this shade anymore, but it's like a mauve tone. So this is what it looks like so far. So now we're going to do the lower lash line. So I think we're going to do something blue and purple. And I want to start out with Nebula, this color right here, this navy blue. And I'm just going to line my lash line with that color. And then we're going to blend it out with maybe with the purple. So I'm getting real close to my lash line. Like that. And I'm going maybe about 3/4 of the way in. Maybe about halfway in, actually. Just like that. I'm going to take this brush. I don't know, it's Queen. But it's a blending brush. It's kind of like flat but fluffy. And we're going to go into Dream, the shade right here. It's light purple. Again, I have a pretty good dip in that color. And we're going to start blending that out. So I'm getting as close to my lash line as possible. So it's turning into like a periwinkle almost. I don't know if you can see that. And I went ahead and brought that all the way into my inner corner. So that's what we have so far. I'm going to go back into Nebula just to bring back that pigment a little bit. I'm just kind of like stamping, but then like blending it out so it's not super harsh. So that's what that looks like. I think it looks really cool. I want to put some shimmer on the lower lash line. So I want to go ahead and use that same brush that I used for Nebula, and I'm going to go into Deep Space, this beautiful blue here. And I'm just like picking it up on the flat side and just going to stamp it, blend it into that shade. So it's a little sparkly. I love that. Now I want to do purple. So I'm going to go into Hallucinations, this one right here. And I'm going to pack that on where they meet. And a little bit inward. Ooh, I love that. That is a really cool color combination. I mean, it's nothing revolutionary, but it's looking really cool. Like the blue is really popping and I love it. Now I'm gonna go into Meteor. It's this light purple right here. And we're gonna put that on the inner corner. so that it looks like that. That looks really cool. Okay. I love this look. It's something I haven't done yet with this palette, so I'm pretty excited about it. I'm gonna go off camera, finish with liner, mascara, lashes, and then I'll be back. Okay, I am officially in love with this look. I love how that purple really made that blue pop on the lower lash line. I love the purple inner corner. I think it looks really cool. So let me know what you think in the comments below, and let's jump into the next look. Hello again, friends. We're gonna go into the second look now. I'm just drinking some Chardonnay. I think what I want to do is something purple and orange. So maybe start with this, fade into this, and then do this on the outer corner. Priming my eyes with my Sigma eye stick. This is actually the second time I'm filming this. I started to do this earlier, and my parents came. They were supposed to be here at 11:30, and at 10:55 they showed up. So then I just like threw on some makeup and went out the door. So it is what it is. I'm gonna start with Warm Light, this shade down here, and I'm gonna put that in the crease and just above the crease, just like I normally do. So, just like that. This is such a pretty color. I know I'm wearing like kind of purpley earrings. So, do you want to incorporate purple somehow? This is gonna be like a sunsetty eye, kind of. That's so pretty. I'm gonna go into Solar, this shade down here, and I'm gonna put that directly in the crease. If you hear something in the background, it is Butters or Waffles. It's Butters. It is Butters licking himself. That's what that looks like. Thought about attempting a cut crease. Haven't done one of those in a very long time. I have to say, these colors always blend so nicely. Just effortless, honestly. Or honestly, you could just go in with like a couple of the shimmers and be done. But I'm gonna incorporate that purple, like I said. Okay. I'm gonna go into Galaxy, and I'm just gonna pick it up very slowly and build, because these shadows are very pigmented. So I'm just dipping once, tapping off a little excess, and I'm just kind of stamping at first, wiggling that into the crease, just like so. I don't know what the hell my neighbors are doing, but they're being loud, so please forgive them. I'm being very careful where I'm putting this, because I don't want it to look like muddy. So I don't want to overblend. I still want that purple to come through. But I'm kind of trying to create like a little winged out shape, like that. I'm gonna go back in with the brush I used for Solar. And I'm just going right over the edge, very gently, to blend that out a little bit. So it's not super harsh line. It's a little more soft. And then I'm going back in with the brush that I used for Warm Light. Just picking up a tiny bit and just going over top of the Solar. So it just kind of fades. See if we can recreate this on the other eye. By the way, do you like me zoomed in like this? I feel like you can see every little like freckle of my face, but you can see what I'm doing better. So I kind of like that. If I could get you closer, I would, but this is about as close as I can get. I can get like this close to the camera, but I'm not going to. Yeah, so I've got like a sunset vibe going on here. I'm going to do my face makeup and then I'll come back and we'll finish up the eyes. Okay, here's what we have so far. I'm not sure. So I've got all my base makeup on. I used the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer, it's almost gone. I used Rare Beauty blush, liquid blush in Adore, and I used my Ofra highlighter in Star Island. I'm just trying to get rid of some of these products. So let's finish the eyes. I think I'm going to attempt a cut crease. So I'm just taking a little P. Louise base, just a teeny tiny bit on my finger, just like that. Taking a flat brush and just picking that up on the brush. And I'm just going to carve out a little bit. It's going to be like a half cut crease. So that's what it's going to look like. Do it on the other side if I can. Ha ha, ha ha ha. I was a little nervous about doing this. I haven't done this in a long time. And this is my watery eye, so we'll see. We will see. Okay. Might have gotten more on this side than I did on this side. So I'm just stamping that out, trying to get it nice and flat, just like that. So now I'm going to go in with my NYX Glitter Primer, and I'm just going to take a little bloop of that. And I wanted this like inner part. I wanted the front of my lid to be a lot lighter so I can put down a light shimmer. And we want that to be the star of the show. So we're gonna go with Starry Sky, this one right here. And hope for the best. I'm actually going to pick that up with my finger. Just think it's easier sometimes. And yeah, that's what I wanted. Yep. I'm glad I did the light base underneath. I just think it really pops this color. Makes it very sparkly. Okay, yeah, I like that. I'm going to go in a little bit to Hallucinations, this color right here. I'm actually going to pick that one up with a brush. So I'm using my e.l.f. Detailed Crease Brush. And I'm going to put that right where the matte and the shimmer meet. And I'm trying not to do a straight line. I'm gonna go back and forth between those colors a little bit. Take a little bit of Starry Sky on the same brush. Go back over just a little bit. And I'm gonna go back in with the brush that I used for Galaxy. That one right there. And just pick up a tiny bit and stamp that right on the outside so that it's a little more pigmented. We lost a little bit of that color, so I want to bring it back. Yeah, I like that a lot. So now we're going to do the lower lash line, and I'm going to take a flat definer brush. This is a BH Cosmetics brush, and it's like a little tiny flat definer brush. I'm going to go back into Galaxy. I'm just gently picking it up. Like I said, these are very pigmented, so beware. And just a little bit, as close to the lash line as I can get. We can smudge that out a little bit with the other colors. Okay, I'm going to take my brush that I used in Solar, this color right here. And I'm just going to pick up the tiniest amount, and I'm going to run that along the lower lash line, just blending that out like so. Got a little creasing under my eyes, so I'm going to tap that out. Just like that. Bringing it down quite low. So that's what it's looking like. And then I'm going to go back in with Warm Light, that first color we used. And I'm going to put this starting like right here and blend that into those two colors. I did get a little shimmer fallout from Starry Sky, but it's nothing too bad. So that's what that looks like. I'm going to I'm wiping this brush off, and I'm going to go back into Starry Sky, this light shimmer here, pinky shimmer, and I'm just taking a little tiny bit on that brush. We're going to put that in the inner corner and on the inner and lower lash line. Just a little bit. I feel like I need a better brush. Let me pick it up with my brush from e.l.f. But I'm going to be really gentle. Just like that. Oh yeah, that's pretty. It's like diamonds on my eyes. It's so pretty. I like that. Oh, I also used the Rare Beauty Soft Matte Lip Cream in Confident. I'm going to go off camera again. I'm going to do my liner, mascara, and lashes, and I will be back. Okay, so this is the final look. I think it's really pretty. I don't think my lighting does it justice. Kind of dulls things out. But the eyes, I mean, come on. What is that shade called? Starry Sky. This one right here. That's what's all over the front portion of my lid. Well, I just dipped my whole finger in this black hole shade, so that's cool. I've got black eyeshadow all over myself. But anyway, I'm really glad I did the cut crease because it really makes that Starry Sky shade really pop. So I really, really like that. So let's get into look number 3. Hello friends, welcome back. We're gonna get into the third look. First of all, I'm drinking another Chardonnay. It's California Chardonnay, Cocaveri. That's what the bottle looks like, as from 2018. There's not much on it about it. It's a little sweet, not like the last Chardonnay, but it's very smooth. I like it. It's decent. So let's get into the third look. I think I want to stick with purples this time. Maybe just this entire row. And wanted to especially showcase like this shade here. I think we used that in the last look. We also used this shade in the last look. So I want to do something with these lighter purples, and we'll just see where it goes. We'll see where this takes us. Maybe we'll do something dark and smoky though. I mean, it's just makeup. It washes off, right? Excuse my breakouts. I've got huge zits all over my face and I can't do anything about it. So, yay. I think what we're gonna do, here's my idea. I think we're gonna start with the lightest purple and work our way out to this black, because I really haven't used this black a whole lot. This is Black Hole, so maybe we'll do that. We'll do something light to dark, which is pretty simple, but that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna start with Dream, this color right here, this light purple. And I'm just gonna start blending that into the crease. Looks pretty light, but it does build up very nicely. So just taking that on the crease and just above the crease and blending. Such a soft, pretty color. I've got quite a dip in this shade. I do love my purples, that's for sure. Okay, so I've built that up pretty nicely. I'm going to actually put a little bit on my lid, just in this front portion. So we're gonna go from light to dark. And in the middle, we're gonna put that purple shimmer, Hallucinations. And we might even put, I don't know yet, but we might put the Sparkly Meteor in there somewhere too. Right now, I just want to build up that color. Going to go into Galaxy, the shade right here. I'm going to work that kind of on the outer edge, right here into this V. But we're going to deepen it up even more with Black Hole. So I'm going to start with Galaxy and blend that on the outer edge and into the crease. I'm going to take that about halfway into the crease. So that's what that looks like. And I'm going to blend, I'm going to go back and blend, so if it looks a little unblended, no worries. I like to take my shadows just above my crease, since I do have hooded lids, just so that color shows up a little more. Going back in with my first brush and just picking up a tiny bit, and I'm going to blend out those edges. So I'm pretty happy with that, the way that's looking. I'm going to go into Black Hole. Just be careful picking that up because it is kind of dusty. I'm just going in with a very gentle hand to build that color out. I'm kind of just wiggling it in there, building that up very, very gently, very slowly. And I'm focusing it on this very outer edge here, not going in a ton like I did with the darker purple. Not going like deep into my crease or anything. Just like that. These shadows blend so easily. Like, I didn't even have to do much with that. I'm gonna go back in with my brush that I used for Galaxy, the shade here. And I'm just gonna pick up a teeny tiny bit and bring some of that pigment back into the crease and blend those two together. So it's kind of the way it looks. Blend a little bit more on these edges. Don't want any super harsh lines. Gonna go back into Dream and bring back that color on the lid. That's what it looks like so far. It's all matte, but if you wanted to bring in a shimmer, you could. If you wanted to leave it matte, you could. Personally, I like shimmer, so I'm gonna bring in shimmer. Using my NYX glitter primer, I am going to just put a little tiny bloop of that on my eyelids. And I'm putting it like in the middle and on the inner corner. So I'm working it almost all over the lid except for the very, very end where the black is. I'm gonna go into Hallucinations first, this one right here. And I'm picking that up on my e.l.f. Detail Crease brush. And I'm gonna start that in the middle. Working my way slowly to the front of the lid. But leaving that part blank. So middle, and then gently pulling it in. I have very small eyelids, so not a lot of lid space. God bless you if you do have lid space, you're lucky. Now I'm going to go into Meteor, this one right here. And we're going to put that on the innermost part of my lid in the inner corner. So this is how it looks so far. I know it's a mess, but once I put all of my face makeup on, it's going to look a little better. I'm going to go do my face makeup and then I will be back. So this is what it looks like with my face makeup done, my bronzer, blush, highlighter. I used the Primer Infused bronzer in Forever Sunkissed, as usual. I also used this Melts blush light in Electra. It is a purple shade. Not sure how I like it on its own. It does build nice, but it might be a little too light for me, which is surprising because I'm very pale. So I paired it with this from the Juvia's Place blush, Saharan Blush Palette Volume 2. And then I used the Ofra highlighter in Star Island, which I'm trying to get rid of. I also, on my lips, I used Rare Beauty Confident. So that's what it looks like right now. We're going to finish up the lower lash line, and then I'll do the final look. I'm going to go into Galaxy, that dark plum purple, and I'm running that right along the lower lash line. And I'm stopping about 3/4 of the way in. I'm going to take my brush that I used Dream, put a little bit on my brush, and just run that along the lower lash line. So, like so. Now I'm going to pick up a little bit of Meteor, and I'm going to put that on the inner lower lash line to really make that pop. Yeah. That is so pretty. I love that so much. That is such a pretty shade. You could just use that on its own and it would be beautiful. And now I'm going to take a little bit of Hallucinations, just a teeny tiny bit, and run that right there where the mattes and the shimmers meet. I'm not going to put any black on the lower lash line. I just feel like for my eyes it makes it look too harsh. So that's what that looks like. I'm going to finish up with some mascara, liner, and lashes, and then I will be back. Okay, so this is the final look. I think it's so pretty. I don't know if you can see the sparkles of that, of those shadows, but they're so beautiful, especially up close and personal. I have had the best time with this palette. I think I've mentioned it before in my other videos, maybe in my favorites video, but I have used this the most in 2022. So I think that says something, and you can see dips in a lot of these shadows, which definitely says a lot, especially for somebody who has a very large eyeshadow collection. So I'm getting a ton of use out of this, and I'm very happy that I have it. If you want to see more looks, if you want to see specific looks, let me know. I am happy to do so. Other than that, that's the 3 looks for the Solmane 2 palette. And let me know if you want to see any other videos like this. If you like this style, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you know, and turn on the notification bell so that you know whenever I'm posting, so that you can watch all of my videos. Comment down below with what you want to see next, and if you want to see specific palettes, if you want to see specific looks, just let me know. I'm happy to try them out. Look for more videos, and I'll see you soon. Okay, bye.